All right. Welcome to Hannity. Buckle up. Tonight, a system-wide meltdown at our southern border. This is real. Now, that according to senior DHS officials, they are sounding the alarm about the very real crisis now spiraling out of control this very hour in a major way. Illegal immigration is surging. Border Patrol is expected to make 100,000 apprehensions this month alone. The majority of those taken into custody are family units or accompanied minors. One senior official telling Fox News tonight that the volume of migrants is unsustainable. Major ports of entry are now facing serious backlogs. Hundreds of trucks delivering important cargo wait around to be processed. U.S. border personnel are overwhelmed tonight. Cartels, drug traffickers, human traffickers are now more dangerous than ever, in more danger. When you think about it, putting us in more danger. And get this, it's about to get worse. Another massive migrant caravan is on the way. We are literally at a breaking point, which is why the president is standing by his pledge. He may have to close the southern border completely. Let's take a look.
Mexico, I said I'm closing, and I really wanted to close it. But now Mexico is saying, no, first time in decades. We will not let anybody get through. And they've apprehended over 1,000 people today at the southern border, their southern border. But they don't want the border closed. And you know who else doesn't want the border closed? The Democrats. They don't want the border closed. And I agree, it's going to be a big toll. But trade and commerce and making money for our country, it's all very important. But to me, the most important job I have is the security of our country, even more important than those other things that I talk about already.
It is also why this weekend the president cut off U.S. aid to 3 countries. On this program, we have been raising serious concerns about this very real crisis on our southern border for years. It's worse than ever, and for good reason. We've all seen the images, tens of thousands, unvetted, undocumented individuals carrying flags from different countries, demanding entry into the United States. We have all seen the data. We've repeated it often, including the devastation from heroin. That's right. 90% of that drug pours across that southern border, responsible for nearly 300 deaths each and every week in this country. Never mind fentanyl. Now, we've also heard directly from Border Patrol personnel. They are calling out, they are asking for help, asking for walls, asking for more agents, asking for more security equipment. Even the Border Patrol chief under President Obama, who will join us tonight, he is saying this is not a manufactured crisis, a very real emergency. Remember when the media mob, the press arm of the extreme radical Democratic Socialist Party, they were all using the same phrase, manufactured crisis. You know, when you have the Democrats and you have the media mob using the same exact words, they can't even separate themselves or delineate themselves by picking different words. That's how connected they are. Watch this.
President Trump must stop holding the American people hostage, must stop manufacturing a crisis.
This president just used the backdrop of the Oval Office to manufacture a crisis.
The big scam of the whole address was that there's a crisis. There's not a crisis.
Well, locals will tell him on the border, even conservatives, is that there isn't a national security crisis.
Donald Trump is manufacturing a national security crisis.
The notion that we have a crisis there, security crisis, is absolute nonsense.
Some question if there is a crisis at all, as the president has claimed.
There is not a crisis at the border. It's a manufactured crisis for the president to get a political win.
This artificial crisis of the president isn't going to justify his appropriating money for a wall that Congress is unwilling to give.
Is there a crisis at the border? The president said there's a humanitarian crisis at the border. Is there?
Absolutely not.
He's determined to convince you there is a crisis at the border, even though an intelligence official tells CNN, quote, no one is saying this is a crisis except them.
Drug cartels, gangs, let's see, in a 2-year period, 4,000 plus homicides, 30,000 plus sexual assaults, and 100,000 violent assaults by illegal immigrant criminals, the 2%. Remember, they were always the same people spreading a conspiracy theory about President Trump, Russia, 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 for 2 years on collusion. Their hatred for Trump overrides any common sense, logic, or even a real national security, humanitarian emergency at our southern border. Remember, these countries, people in these countries are seeing this wall being built and other areas fixed, and they're seeing this as the last opportunity to maybe get into America illegally. So we sent our Fox News contributor, our very special contributor, Lawrence Jones, down to the great border state of Texas, see what they think of the ongoing manufactured crisis. Take a look.
So Beto O'Rourke, he's running for president. You're already shaking your head at him. He says that we should tear the wall down that we already have.
No.
As a Texas resident, you don't feel like that's reasonable?
No, not at all. We need to keep the walls up. If people want to come here, they can come legally.
I think it'd be a huge mistake, and we have to have borders. We've got to enforce the immigration laws.
I do believe they should tear down the wall altogether.
Leave the fencing, but that's enough. We have enough border security. I don't feel like we need to build the wall.
We put borders up to secure the country and secure Texas and secure the sovereignty of the United States. So I think the border is there for a reason.
I think fencing is a good idea. I think the wall has become kind of too politicized.
There's all kinds of cyber and intelligence security, of course, right?
How do you stop them actually from crossing over?
I'm certain there's technology that's better than a wall.
Do you feel like there's a current crisis with the border right now?
I don't.
Logical conclusion is that it'd be a little naive to say there is no issue at all.
I think the borders are being overwhelmed right now, and it's overtaxing the citizens of Texas, and it's overtaxing the citizens of the United States.
The president says that if they don't get it together, then he's just going to shut down the entire border. What say you to that?
It does sound extreme, but if it needs to be done, let's do it. Let's do it.
We will continue to track the emergency at our southern border very closely and show you what other networks will not actually report. Facts. That's coming up tomorrow. Lawrence will be with Border Patrol agents. Laredo, Texas, special segment you don't want to miss. We'll have more on that also later tonight. But first, we turn to our very important Hannity Watch on the radical, extreme Democratic Socialist 2020 candidates. And breaking just moments ago, according to the New York Times, 2 more women have now come forward to accuse creepy, crazy Uncle Joe Biden of inappropriate conduct. Now, this includes one survivor of sexual assault who claims, quote, Biden rested his hand on her thigh even as she squirmed in her seat, showing him discomfort. And according to reports, creepy, crazy Uncle Joe not happy that his cringeworthy, unsolicited, multiple public displays of affection is a big issue now in this campaign. Instead of owning up to his creepy behavior and apologizing, Biden's camp is blaming everybody, even Bernie Sanders' campaign. And, of course, for the smears and forgeries from the right-wing trolls. But a picture like that and so many others speak thousands of words on their own. These images do not look good. The Sanders campaign denying that they planted the story. And wasn't it the Democratic Party who told us we're supposed to believe all women? No due process, no presumption of innocence. Anyone accused should just sit down and shut up. Remember this.
I believe her. Listen, first of all, anybody who comes forward at this point to be prepared to testify in the United States Senate against someone who is being nominated to one of the most powerful positions in the United States government, that takes an extraordinary amount of courage.
Not only do women like Dr. Ford, who bravely comes forward, need to be heard, but they need to be believed. They need to be believed. I just want to say to the men of this country, just shut up and step up. Do the right thing.
Let me just say right at the outset, I believe Dr. Ford. I believe the survivor here.
I believe her. I stand with her. I believe.
Well, I guess that doesn't apply to the women Biden are now accusing Biden of harassing, allegedly, and quite frankly, really any other Democrat. You want another example? Oh, do they believe the women that have been accusing the Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax, facing 2 serious, separate, horrific allegations of violent sexual assault and rape? Where are all the I believe women crowd people? Are they protesting in the streets of Richmond? Have they demanded his firing, demanding a criminal investigation into Lieutenant Governor? Nope. Virginia Democrats won't even hold a bipartisan hearing for the accusers. So now these 2 women, they are speaking out in very powerful interviews. Last night, we first showed you this clip from Vanessa Tyson. Take a look.
He's pushing down, and I couldn't hold my neck up. And I didn't know what was going on. I honestly didn't know what was going on. And then the next thing I know, like, my head is like literally in his crotch. Sexual assault is an epidemic that's taking place around the world, across our country, every day.
What do you want to happen to Justin Fairfax? Why are you coming forward?
I'd want him to resign.
And today, the second accuser, Meredith Watson, also speaking out, telling Gayle King how Fairfax allegedly raped her at Duke University. Look at this.
He did things that you shouldn't do to someone without their permission. And I tried several times to get up and leave, and was pushed back down.
And what happened?
He forcibly sexually assaulted and raped me.
And you made it clear, this is not what I want.
It was very clear.
Because, you know, he is saying this night was consensual.
If you have to hold someone down, it's not consensual.
Both women telling people at the time, scary, heart-wrenching accounts, and the silence is deafening. Lieutenant Governor is calling the incidents consensual. We on this program, we're going to be consistent, believing in due process, believing in the presumption of innocence, but we also take these allegations very seriously. By the way, we commend Gayle King for doing the same. And even the Republicans, for once, they actually did something right with Professor Ford. They treated it with the seriousness it deserved. They gave a hearing and they gave a response for Justice Kavanaugh in those hearings. And meanwhile, most of the mainstream media just totally, completely content with ignoring those serious allegations and just hoping it goes away. And with the exception of a few good journalists, the hate Trump media mob working in partnership once again with their friends in the Democratic Party. Fake news CNN, tinfoil hat conspiracy theory network MSNBC, others actively ignoring real scandals, real stories, real evidence about their friends in the Democratic Party, acting the exact opposite as they would if it was a Republican. Instead, they spent, years pushing collusion, hoax, collusion, conspiracy theory with no evidence to back it up, while also simultaneously ignoring the biggest abuse of power corruption scandal in history. This media mob is fully prepared to give any Democrat a free pass, and we'll see this all play out now in real time. Where are all of you I-believers? Where are you? Now, for example, Elizabeth Warren, she's facing zero blowback for calling the president a walking, talking, living, breathing threat to national security. She can say anything she wants. Take a look.
At least 25 people in this administration had been denied security clearances. Yeah, why? Oh, because they had ties to foreign governments, because they had conflicts of interest, because they had financial problems that made them vulnerable. And what does the President of the United States do? Instead of saying, hey, whoa, my responsibility is to watch out for the American people, no. These are friends. These are people with money and with connections. And the answer was just ram them on through. You know, the Trump administration is a walking, talking, living, breathing threat to national security.
Really, Senator, I think save the lectures, because you've been faking your background for decades and taking advantage of something that wasn't true. Walking, talking, living, breathing embarrassment That would be you, to the people of Massachusetts and the country. Let's not forget two other serious embarrassments of the Democratic Party. New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is on a quest to end the Electoral College. So that means places like New York and California, they'll have more power. And so, too, is Beto Bozo O'Rourke, actually compared the Electoral College to slavery. And sadly, O'Rourke is just one of many radical Democrats running on a platform of how do we get more power? Not more power for the American people, more power for them, more power for the government, more power for a few concentrated. Let's see, the people of Washington, New York, New Jersey, Illinois, they're going to get to decide every president? I don't think a lot of states are going to want to be participants in that. Power over your wallets, power over your business. They'll tell you how to run it. Power over your health care, power over your property rights, your gun rights, power over your life. Don't be fooled by false promises. New Green Deal, no oil, no gas, no combustion engine, no cars, no cows, no planes. Great plan, and everything's free. The future of America as we know it is now at stake, okay? It's that serious. Before we get to our guests, we have one more important breaking story at this hour tonight. We're now learning, according to the Daily Caller, that George Soros' back group paid firms tied to Fusion GPS and Christopher Steele nearly $4 million in 2017 to provide research into government entities. That's roughly 3 times what the DNC and the Clinton campaign paid in 2016. And the outcome is the same. Collusion, let's see, a 9-month FBI report, 2 congressional investigations, and yes, the Mueller report. Definitive, no collusion, a hoax. All right, joining us now with reaction to this and our top story on immigration, former U.S. Border Patrol Chief under Obama, Mark Morgan, Fox News contributor Sarah Carter. Mark, I just ask you, I mean, Jay Johnson is saying what you're saying what you're saying. Everybody else in the media, the Democratic Party, there's no crisis at the border. But in the last term of Barack Obama, those same Democrats supported building a wall, paying to build the wall, thought there was a crisis. It was real. And when President Trump even offered Dreamers and DACA as part of the deal, they wouldn't sit down with him for 5 minutes to negotiate. Why?
Look, that's because they do not want to give the president a victory on this issue. As a law enforcement officer, I can draw no other conclusion. Look, Congress has failed to enact legislation to fix the asylum laws and the bad judicial precedents. They've failed to give the experts the tools and resources they need. Still today, with uncontrovertible evidence, they still refuse to admit there's a crisis. The billions of dollars that we've given the Northern Triangle countries has gone nowhere and it had no impact. And Mexico, they've gone from total inept bystanders to facilitators. We have a crisis, and the president's absolutely right to threaten to close the border.
All right, you've been down there for us on your own multiple times, Sarah Carter. I've been down there, 12, 14 times. I can't count the actual number. I've seen it up close and personal. I've been in the drug warehouses. I've seen tunnels. I even saw a gang member arrested. We have it all on tape. And for those that say manufactured, why? Why was it not manufactured in the second term of Obama, but it is because of Trump? Do you agree with Mark?
I absolutely agree with Mark, and it's just based on facts. We knew in 2014, Sean, when I was in Texas along the Rio Grande Valley sector, and there was a flood of unaccompanied minors coming in, even President Obama himself called it a crisis. Democrats in the region called it a crisis. I can tell you this, the facts speak for themselves. Since 2010, we've seen an increase in unaccompanied minors of 169%. Since 2013, we have seen an increase of family unit of over 670%. In 2010, there was 1 out of every 100 people would ask for asylum claims. Now it's 1 out of every 10. We know for a fact, and these are based on facts, that the drug cartels and the criminal trafficking organizations are basically advertising this. They're basically saying, look, we're going to get you in. Let's get you in before Trump shuts down the border. And we know that there are groups within Central America and other parts of Mexico that are actually funneling money to get get these people up here and through the border. There are tens of thousands of people waiting to come into this country illegally, and many of them haven't even been accounted for. Border Patrol and ICE do not have the resources that they need in order to be able to accurately determine how many people have actually snuck into the country already. So we're left with all of these questions. This is a huge crisis. It's a national security issue. It's a human rights issue, because all of these young people that are being trafficked are not always with their parents. They're with strangers, and some of them are being sex trafficked into the United States.
How many people, Mark, how many criminal aliens? I'll concede 98% want a better life. They probably see the walls going up and they see things get tightening up and they say, let me get in quick, which I would argue is at least they believe the president. The president obviously didn't have an override to his veto. That means $9 billion allocated, reallocated, not spent from the Defense Department and the other monies he has available. It's going to go up probably fairly expeditiously. Knowing the president, he does keep promises. So my question is, how many more homicides have to take place? How many more angel moms and dads do we need? How many more hundreds of Americans every week dying from the 90% of heroin crossing that border before people see what Sarah sees, what you see, what Jay Johnson sees, what I see, and clearly what Donald Trump sees?
Yeah, Sean, that's the question. And from a law enforcement perspective, I've been doing this for 30 years. I don't understand. And Sarah is spot on. And the American people need to understand that because the Border Patrol is pulled off the line to handle the humanitarian, I call it daycare provider issues, is that border now is even more wide open. We have no idea what's getting through, but we know the cartels are exploiting this humanitarian crisis to bring additional bad things and bad people into this country. We have no idea who's coming in.
Sarah, last word.
Well, this is the first time that we have a president in office that actually wants to do something about the border. Congress better listen, because I believe the president is going to stand by his word and that border will be shut. And believe me, there's a lot of people backing him on that issue as well.
All right. Thank you both. Very important, very informative, and news you won't get elsewhere. All right. We have a busy news night tonight. Senator Graham's reaction to James Comey taunting President Trump. Also, okay, we have tonight, Alec Baldwin is being sued. He now has to go to anger management classes. Trying to pick a fight with me. I have the single best tapes of Alec Baldwin, of his most insane meltdowns. A Hannity exclusive. If you know Alec, tell him to tune in as soon as possible. He doesn't want to miss it.
New beginnings are on the way. A resurrection is in your future.
This spring, SiriusXM's Joel Osteen Radio inspires you to bloom.
New growth is coming your way. New opportunities, new friendships, new levels of confidence, supernatural breakthroughs.
Believe.
You are going to blossom into the fullness of what God has created you to be.
Joel Osteen Radio, SiriusXM 128, or listen on demand, online or on the app.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-200-1390. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-200-1390. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-200-1390. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-200-1390. 800-200-1390.
An identity thief almost stole my friend's home. Bill O'Reilly here with a warning about home title theft. Your home title and mortgage are online. Thieves know it. With my friend, they found the title, forged documents, and created chaos. Once thieves get your home's title, they can take out loans and drain all your equity. You can literally lose your home. No identity theft protection. Homeowner's policy or bank protects you. Home Title Lock is the only company that protects your home from title thieves. For just pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a barrier around your home's title and mortgage. The instant they detect tampering, they're on it. Here's what you should do. Go to HomeTitleLock.com and register your home to find out if your title has already been hacked. If you register your home now, you will receive a free title scan and report, $100 value, absolutely free. So please go to HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com.
Studies show Americans are getting less sleep than ever. Think about it. How did you sleep last night? At Boll & Branch, your sleep is all we think about. Hi, I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch. 5 years ago, my wife Missy and I set out to give you the best sleep of your life by creating the softest, most comfortable sheets in the world. But don't take my word for it. Our products have thousands of 5-star reviews and are loved by 3 U.S. presidents. Every Boll & Branch product is designed with you in mind. From our signature soft sheets to our cozy throws to our plush towels. We even label the long and short sides of our fitted sheets, so it's that much easier to make your bed. We want you to love your Boll & Branch purchase, so we give you a 30-day risk-free trial. And right now, you'll get $50 off your first set of sheets plus free shipping at bollandbranch.com with promo code NEWS. That's BOLL and branch.com. Promo code NEWS to get $50 off. bollandbranch.com, promo code NEWS.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Patriot's cloud-based accounting software is easy for business owners, yet powerful enough for accountants.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
The biggest names in cable news are right here on Fox News Channel, Sirius XM Channel 114, Fox News Channel.
The Daily Caller tonight reporting that the Soros-backed Democracy Integrity Project paid firms tied to Fusion GPS and Christopher Steele, the foreign agent, a whopping $3.8 million in 2017. Why? To dig up dirt on, quote, government entities. Now, despite all that we have uncovered night after night, James Comey, he's continuing to remain defiant, insisting that he has nothing to hide. We've tried to remind him many times, Jimbo, you have the right to remain quiet. You may want to exercise that right as you dig a deeper hole every day. Like, signing off on a FISA warrant, saying it's verified, and telling Trump it's salacious but unverified months later. Take a look.
Investigate what? Investigate that investigations were conducted, and what would be the crime you'd be investigating? So it's a terrible cycle to start. He's already started it with calling for the locking up of his political opponents, including people like me. And so it would just be more of that dangerous step. And I would hope, although they continue to disappoint me, the Republicans would finally stand up and say, we don't do that kind of thing. But me personally, ask me questions. Go ahead. I'd like to answer them in the daylight if I could.
I'd like to see that, too, because now we know a lot more than we did before. Here with reaction, Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman, Senator Lindsey Graham. When the president was on this program last week, Senator, the president said very clearly there will be a cascade of information. Doug Collins today releasing yet another closed-door testimony, Bill Priestap, in this particular case, very revealing. Then we're going to get the FISA applications, aren't we? The ones that the Grassley-Graham memo said the bulk of information came from the phony Hillary bought and paid for Russian dossier. Interesting. Then we're going to have Gang of Eight information, and we'll get 302 information. Democrats aren't asking for that transparency, but we will get it, and you will continue. You've made that promise to us.
Yeah, well, let me tell you why. Because millions of Americans believe at the top level of the Department of Justice and the FBI, they wanted Clinton to win and Trump to lose. They manipulated the law to let her off, manipulated the facts in the law to go after Trump. and that's a big deal to a lot of people, Republicans and some independents. So I promise you, former Director Comey will get to testify in the light of day. I'll ask him about the dossier. Was it the chief reason you got a warrant against Carter Page? Is it verified to this day? If there's a counterintelligence investigation opened against the Trump campaign, why didn't you tell Trump about it so he could do something like you told Feinstein? And at the end of the day, how could you write that Clinton did nothing wrong even before you interviewed her? And why did you interview her with two people in the room, her aides, and not under oath? Most people don't get that treatment.
All right. So the important thing is your committee will take over where the House Intel Committee left off. So it gives you a big leg up. But then I don't know at what point a lot of this information will be released. I believe the president is serious when he says that that information is coming out. You raise a lot of other questions with Comey. I would argue, as Greg Jarrett and others, lawyers on this program have argued, that there is a vulnerability for Comey. There's a vulnerability for Strzok and Page. There is a vulnerability for McCabe. We know criminal referrals will be coming this week from Devin Nunes, a number of them.
So criminality, it's not my job to find out if crimes were committed. It's my job as oversight of the executive branch. Did they bend the rules? Did they break the rules to get an outcome? Did they mislead the FISA court? Do we need to change the rules about FISA courts? Are there any rules at all about counterintelligence operations? Why didn't you not tell Trump? You told Feinstein she had somebody on her staff working with China. Why didn't you go to Trump and tell him about suspicions about Russia? Was it a backdoor attempt to get in his campaign? Some prosecutor, not a politician, needs to look at Comey, McCabe, and all of these characters to find out if, in fact, they broke the law. And I'm hoping Attorney General Barr will assign somebody to this case with the same resources and commitment to look at them as Mueller had to look at Trump.
Let's look real quickly at the border crisis that is going on, even hearing from Barack Obama's Director of Homeland Security yesterday, Mark, who we had on earlier in the program. Real crisis. But Donald Trump, his veto was not overridden. That money will be reappropriated, $9 billion. The president tried to work with Democrats. The things they say they wanted, they wouldn't sit down with him. In a way, it's actually a bigger victory for the president, more money than he ever dreamed of, probably enough to get a real good chunk of this done and complete. But I think these other countries see what's happening, and they're trying to get to that border as quickly as possible, knowing it won't be open as long as maybe they thought.
So I asked the head of the Border Patrol, do you need a wall? And he said, absolutely. So the president stood firm. He has more money for a wall than he's ever had because he's willing to declare an emergency, and there is one. But he also said, if you don't change our laws, the wall won't work. Right now, if you step 1 foot into the United States and claim asylum, you're entitled to a hearing. We have no place to put you, and we release you in the country. If you come here with children, you can only be held 20 days. We release you because we have no place to put you. That's why we're being overrun by people from the Triangle countries, because we can't deport you back to those countries. If you don't change that, you never fix this, and I hope Democrats will help us.
All right, Lindsey Graham, thank you. We appreciate your commitment to go forward, get to the truth, and those that violated laws, they need to be held accountable. We will do that on this program, as we have promised you. When we get back, Dan Bongino, Geraldo Rivera will get their reaction. Yes, now 2 more women coming forward as it relates to creepy, crazy Uncle Joe Biden. Later, I have a special reaction to Alec Baldwin. Tried to pick a fight with me. You will see tape and hear tape tonight that you've never heard before. You're gonna love it. Not like it, love it. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is former Yankee Steve Sachs, and you can support cancer research and experience Yankee Stadium like never before on Saturday, May 11th. Sign up today for the Runyon 5K, a unique run-walk that uses the stadium as its course. Navigate the concourses, ramps, and stairs, and take your own victory laps around the field. All proceeds will support the Damon Runyon Cancer Research Foundation. To register, visit runyon5k.org.
I was looking for a better way to check in on our house while I was at work, and a friend recommended Blink. I was skeptical, but decided to give it a shot, and I bought a Blink camera system. With our last security system,
False alarms, wires everywhere, and monthly fees we couldn't get out of.
My bad, but our Blink system is different. They're motion-activated cameras that work inside and outside. They're wire-free, easy to set up, and they run on 2 lithium batteries that last up to 2 years.
Total peace of mind. And Blink camera systems start at under $80 with no subscriptions.
We were on vacation, and I got an alert on my smartphone that motion was detected at our front door. I checked my Blink app, and I saw it was just my cool new device being delivered.
Hey, we agreed no new devices except Blink.
Just kidding. Not kidding.
With Blink camera systems starting under $80, home security just got easier. Go to blinkprotect.com/news. 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 Blink is an Amazon company, and it works with Alexa.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. So let's talk about your home water system. Your under-sink water filter is obsolete, and water softener technology is 100 years old. Should you replace them? Yes. But with what? A whole house water treatment system by Life Source Water. Imagine clean, safe water from every faucet in the entire house. You drink it, you bathe in it, and best of all, you get a Life Source water system, and then you forget about it. Because there's no more chlorine or chloramines. It reduces hard water scale. No salt to add, no filters to change, no maintenance of any kind, and all for less than buying bottled water. LifeSource has been a trusted manufacturer of whole house water systems for over 35 years. All of their products are made and manufactured in the USA. Get a LifeSource whole house water system and solve your water problems once and for all. Call 1-800-334-5009, 1-800-334-5009. Call now and receive a factory rebate exclusively for SiriusXM listeners. That's 1-800-334-5009 or go to lifesourcewater.com.
Everyone has a favorite photo. Now you can turn yours into canvas wall art at canvasworld.com. Canvasworld.com will print your photograph on a handcrafted custom canvas at the size of your choice. They combine the latest technology and environmentally friendly inks to produce canvas prints that are higher quality than ever available before. And they guarantee their work for life. Maybe that's why 6 of the country's top 10 hotel chains choose Canvas World. Their prices are a fraction of what you'd pay elsewhere. And it's easy. Just upload your photo, choose a size, and you're done. They'll even digitally retouch your photo absolutely free. Place your order at canvasworld.com today and save 35%, plus get free shipping when you enter promo code RADIO at checkout. Get big canvas prints at big savings at canvasworld.com and save 35% and get free shipping when you enter promo code RADIO at checkout. Order yours today at canvasworld.com. That's canvasworld.com, where photos become art.
Hey, cybercriminals stole the W-2 forms from my friend's company.
Yeah, scammers impersonate CEOs in email and also launch attacks from compromised accounts.
What if they target us?
Don't worry. We have Barracuda Total Email Protection.
So we're secured?
Yes. Barracuda protects businesses of all sizes with artificial intelligence that blocks spear phishing, account takeover attempts, and business email compromise.
That's a relief.
Protect your business at barracuda.com. Barracuda, your journey secured. News channel on SiriusXM. Your favorite shows on channel 114. Plus, every story, every 15 minutes. Fox News headlines 24/7, channel 115.
All right, so the mainstream media mob divided this week as allegations of, yes, more unwanted touching that has surfaced against creepy, crazy Uncle Joe Biden. Now, some are defending this in-your-face, invasive,
and you really
weird behavior. Take a look.
To make a big kerfluffle out of this with a man who's done nothing but spend his life in the service of others, I think is just wrong. What else is he supposed to do? You know, Lucy, I'm sorry I, got too close to you. I mean, seriously, what else is he supposed to do?
It's one person of an allegation that's 5 years old, and that cannot negate or change or diminish in any way Joe Biden's very strong record empowering women.
There's so much about a politician from another school, from those old touchy-feely days, put your arm around somebody, give them a hug, give them a kiss. That's the way politicians behaved.
Let me just say it. This is ridiculous. It's completely, the whole thing has gotten, the conversation has gotten out of control.
Here with reaction, Fox News contributor Dan Bongino, Fox News correspondent at large, Geraldo Rivera. Okay, this guy is one. Who does this, then you're a very warm, affectionate guy.
I am.
Okay, but you're not him.
But like Joe Biden and like the President of the United States, I come from a generation where that was not that bad. It was pretty accepted,
You
generally
try to kiss
speaking.
women you don't know on the lips.
It's funny, your hair person, Bridget, said that you don't sniff a stranger unless you're a dog. The absolute great line. I don't know Joe Biden. I interviewed him a couple of times back in the 70s.
Look at the grab, the grope, the fondle, the smell, the nose touching.
By all accounts, he's a great family man. He stuck up for President Obama.
Geraldo, who does that?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy when you look at it.
Thank you.
Thank you. But he's highly regarded by a lot of people.
You've been in a lot of public events. People get in your grill, right? And you're like, okay, you want to step back? Then they get even closer. And they usually have bad breath.
But he's not. Erica and my wife and I debated this, and all of her friends, admittedly they are Democrats, say that he's not a sexual predator. This isn't sexual assault. He may go a little too far.
He grabs your wife by the neck and kisses your wife on the lips. How are you going to feel?
I would whack him.
You make it personal, and Geraldo changes. Dan, look. It's that, but then and I want to get your comments on that. Then there's a real serious side. Where are all the I believe people? Gayle King doing these interviews with these women alleging rape. And they told people at the time, no I believers here. Where are they I believe? Believe the women. Where's that group? I guess they're not here.
Who's alleging rape?
Well, that's in the case of Lieutenant Governor. Of Virginia.
Yeah.
Sean, this is why I could never be a liberal. I mean, being a liberal requires you to get up in the morning, look in the mirror, and be a total fake and a fraud. Conservatives have been entirely consistent on this. Women are to be taken absolutely seriously. Any victim, for that matter. They're to be respected. But evidence is to be believed. Everybody can't be believed anytime. Anybody can make up a charge against anyone. Thankfully, it doesn't happen often, but we have a system that affords people due process. Conservatives have never changed on that. Liberals came out on Kavanaugh and anybody aligned with the conservative cause at all, and of course, completely jumped the shark and said, no, women ought to be believed. Well, Sean, what about these women? Why aren't they to be believed? And Sean, there's photographic evidence. And one thing for Geraldo, who is my good buddy, I love Geraldo, no one's accusing Joe Biden of being a sexual predator. But can we just be candid here? This is straight up creepy. If this was a guy in a workplace doing this and you had photo evidence, you would run. Did you see that picture, Sean, of him grabbing Hillary when she's in the blue pantsuit? Hillary looks like she's ready to shoot a double-leg takedown to get away from this guy. She can't get away quick enough.
By the way, 4 women are saying they felt invaded here. Seriously.
Well, I mean, those women who felt invaded have a right to say so, and I think it has, in effect, ended his run for the presidency. You can take my word for it. Starting right now, I think that it is over. And the one that I feel bad about is Al Franken, who did so much less than the vice president, his career ended. What did he do? He faked something. A sleeping woman.
He's creepy too.
He's not as creepy.
All right, last word, Dan Bongino.
Listen, Sean, the one thing you never want to be, okay, as a dude, is the close talker, creepy dude. You just don't. I don't know any sophisticated way to say that. You don't want to be the close talking, creepy dude. Sorry, Joe. This race is over.
If it was my wife, what would you do?
Oh, I'd whack him. But just picture like Grandpa without any teeth. Come on, Barry. Come on, Barry. Come here. Alec Baldwin, wait.
Well. All right, B-rate actor, Alec Baldwin picking a fight. I've got the best tape you've ever seen. You got to see this next on Jesse Waters, straight ahead.
Over 100 extra channels are now on the app and online. That means much more from your SiriusXM favorites. Lithium now has versions for working out. And the top 100 90s grunge and alt-rock hits. SiriusXM Fly now comes in flavors like Fly Party and 90s hip-hop hits. 100 extra channels are here. Just open up the SiriusXM app and start exploring.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-200-1966. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-200-1966. That's 800-200-1966 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-200-1966. 800-200-1966.
You're probably already aware of Noble Gold Silver 2020 President Trump Freedom Coin. One side magnificently depicts an image of Donald J. Trump in all his glory, while the other side lists all his major achievements. This commemorative 1-ounce coin is the only presidential Trump coin made of 99.9% silver, not silver plating, and is IRA approved. The silver one has been so popular that Noble Gold was actually asked by their customer if there was a gold one. Well, Noble Gold has just released a 24-karat solid gold commemorative Trump 2020 Freedom Coin, and it's bound to be a collector's piece in years to come. Now, supplies are limited. Go to TrumpCoin2020.com and use code TRUMP or text TRUMP to 511-511, and for a limited time, save $50 per coin. Go to TrumpCoin2020.com for the 24-karat gold 2020 President Trump Freedom Coin. Go to TrumpCoin2020.com today. Standard text rates may apply.
Ooh, hey, thanks for driving, Jimmy.
Hey, no problem. Hop in. The guys are probably already at the restaurant.
Ooh, wait, let me run back up to my office. I'm expecting an important fax.
A fax? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. This being 2019 and all. Should we stop at your house next? You know, just in case someone tries to reach you on your rotary phone?
A lot of my clients send me contracts by fax.
You know, eFax lets you fax by email, right? You know what email is, don't you?
With eFax, you can ditch your fax machine forever. Fax anywhere, anytime, by email, even from your phone.
All right, go check your fax machine. While you're up there, I'll sign you up for a free trial at eFax's website. Oh, forgive me. Websites are pages on the internet.
Yeah, I'm not even listening anymore. Be right back.
Hey, bring us back an audio cassette for the drive, okay?
Still not listening.
Try eFax for free at efaxradio.com. It's a special site for SiriusXM listeners. That's efaxradio.com.
Black and green stuff growing on your roof or siding? Pick up Wet & Forget's new Rapid Application Hose End. Now, Wet & Forget's No Scrub Outdoor Cleaner is even easier. With a brand new nozzle that attaches to your garden hose and sprays up to 30 feet. Wet & Forget Hose End quickly and easily treats surfaces you normally couldn't reach without climbing up the ladder. Each bottle cleans up to a whopping 2,000 square feet. Get the new Wet & Forget Hose End at Menards or Lowe's Home Improvement stores.
America's #1 cable news network. This is Fox News on SiriusXM Channel 114.
All right, crazy Alec Baldwin, very angry man, becoming more and more unhinged. Well, he's obsessed with Fox News, talk radio, and even yours truly. We've had a back and forth over the years. Just listen to him attacking me, the great one, Mark Levin. He was on with Howard Stern. Take a look and listen.
Hannity is an idiot, and he's an untalented idiot. Hannity has no talent whatsoever. None.
But he has.
He's a ranting. He's like a janitor. He's like a guy who gets from the microwave. He's like, hey, what about this immigration, huh? It's immigration. He's like a Long Island, working class buffoon.
And yet,
where everything is just hate. Sean Hannity, who lacks self-awareness on any level. He's got zero self-awareness.
Have you ever had a discussion with him? Have you done?
No. Why would I waste my time doing that? They're horrible broadcasters. Levin is a black belt idiot. The things he says are just not interesting.
Okay, Alec, I'm so dumb. What I do on radio and TV is so easy. Why have you failed at a cable TV news show, a network show, and you and I both know you wanted to work in talk radio? You've failed and flopped in both these businesses over and over again. Now, Just to remind everybody, Alec Baldwin wanted to be a radio talk show host. One day, he was given a chance to try out at a New York station that I worked at. So I called in. The great one, Mark Levin, called in. Something really interesting happened. Watch.
Sean Hannity?
Is that Brian Whitman?
Hi, Sean.
Alec, I wanted to give you an official WABC welcome, considering you were supposed to come on my program last week, and you didn't show up. What happened?
No, I wasn't supposed to come on your program, Sean Hannity. I wouldn't dream of coming on your program, Sean Hannity. I'm here with Brian. I'm here with a really talented...
You don't tell the truth.
I'm here with a really talented broadcaster. Why would I want to come on the show with a no-talent former construction worker hack like you?
Are you the guy that said that our vice president, while we're at war, while we're leading troops in harm's way, are you the reckless, third-rate Hollywood actor?
Here, all the acid venom spewing and the hatred, it is Sean Hannity.
Well, you're the one that...
Actually, we've only just begun. Are you 40 or 50 pounds overweight now?
Oh, come on now. Who is this?
Oh, that's the bloviator.
Oh, Mark Levin is...
All right. I wish I could play the whole thing. After being completely embarrassed, Baldwin got so angry, he left his own show that he was hosting, walked out of his own talk show, nowhere to be found. Now, he was the host of Brian Whitman, a good friend of ours, and he was brought in to help him get through his first show. Listen to how this ended.
Listen, Sean.
All right, Sean's hanging up.
I'll hang up, too. He's Mr. Tough Guy.
Come back. Alec, come back. They're gone. Alec? Alec has walked out of the studio. Alec, please come back. He is in the other room. Alec Baldwin has put on his jacket, and he has left. I just went into the station lobby to the elevator bank to see if I could find Alec Baldwin and ask him to please return to the radio show, but he is gone.
All right. Alec wasn't done trying out for talk radio. He thinks, all right, I won't go to a station they know. They went to our affiliate in Philadelphia, WPHT. I have to admit, Alec, I give you credit. This is the greatest tape in the history of radio. So good because you're so bad. Watch.
When can we take some calls, Ivan?
Whenever we want.
Do we have calls that are on there now?
No calls yet. No calls yet.
What number do people call to get on the air, Ivan? Do we have that number?
It's right there.
No, do I have the call number in front of me? Oh, I'm so sorry. That's interesting. Interesting. Do we have any calls yet there, Ivan? No calls. Let's read some more about Scientology. Is Sean Hannity a Scientologist? Alec Baldwin posing the big questions tonight here. Do we have any calls here yet, Ivan? None. Boy, it's just incredible.
That was a real tryout. No calls, so eventually he just called his mother to be the caller. And we can't forget ever Alec's lowlifes. And this is only a small sampling.
Thank you. I hope you choke. Thank you.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Answer me, yes or no?
Yes.
If you're here when my wife and my kid come out here, you've got a big problem. You know that, don't you? Okay. Maybe you are as dumb as you look. You are with Fox, right? You're the one that almost hit my wife with the microphone in the face? Oh, you didn't? Yeah?
I honestly did not.
You want to apologize to her on camera? I asked you a question. You want to apologize to her? I asked you a question. Okay, you get the out of here.
So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are.
Out of respect for his daughter and his brother Stephen, I'll just stop there. Because Alec, he's had a rough time. TV shows failure, talk radio career collapsed before it even started. But you know what, Alec? After you work out your anger management classes and your legal issues and you're being sued today because you fought over a parking spot because you were too cheap to get one yourself, maybe you could try again. Let me be clear. I'm extremely proud. 20 years, 2 decades of my life. Yeah, son of a prison guard and a family probation court officer. Yeah, I spent 2 decades of my life doing every job in a restaurant, construction worker you could ever do. All of them. I'm really proud of it. Makes me who I am today. Taught me the value of hard work. Helped me understand You know what my grandparents and parents went through. All right, here was the reaction. Jesse Waters, and Geraldo still stays the greatest tape ever. Call me. Ivan, any more call me.
Well, yeah, it didn't work out for radio, but Sean, you can't say that this guy has not had a fantastic TV career, movie career, and he gets a bad rap in the press sometimes, because some of the paparazzi, they're a bunch of animals. They come up, so what? He says, "Get off my lawn." Who cares, Sean? He roughed up a guy over a parking spot. Big deal. He's a grown man. Now he's getting sued. That's just a money-hungry lawyer trying to shake him down because the guy got his feelings hurt.
Okay, Jesse.
Yeah.
This guy next to you has been in this business 50 years.
Okay.
I think you've dealt with this a time or two.
Well, I'd love to see you and him going at it, because I think you're about the same weight class. Mixed martial arts.
I'm in.
He used to box in my gym. I'd like to promote that fight. I think he'd kick his butt. I think that Jesse's right about his career. He has a very multifaceted career. I think that the best thing he's done, and it's run out of steam, is playing President Trump on Saturday Night Live. It's not fun anymore. If you saw it last week, they're so apologetic of getting collusion wrong that I think that best role of his life is gone.
First of all, he thinks he's insulted me by saying, "You worked in construction." I'm like, no. How does somebody get that out of touch? That's what I don't understand.
I don't think he's out of touch, Sean. I honestly think he lives in Manhattan. He's not in a little penthouse up top. He's not riding around in the limos. He's in the street. He's parking in the street. Who parks in the street anyway? So he doesn't have an entourage around him,
Jesse,
which is why he gets a lot of stuff from the press.
If somebody takes your parking spot, you don't chase them across the room. You don't get in a woman's face like he just did.
Well, I mean, I don't think he knocked the guy's teeth out.
That's
he just set him to blow off.
That's uncontrollable temper.
He's a hothead.
He is a hothead.
He's a hothead.
Yeah.
He walked out of his own.
You don't yell at him.
He walked out of his own radio talk show host tryout.
That wasn't good.
But he really doesn't like you. I mean, I think he feels threatened by you. I think he feels threatened by you.
Yeah, I think he's honestly
bitter. He hates your success.
He is bitter that you were right on the collusion deal.
Really,
and that you're making a lot more money than he is. And there's some sort of deep-seated hatred he has towards you. I don't know what it is.
I really can hit him so much harder. Why? There's a part of me that's just too nice.
There's more than that?
I can hit. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got a lot more.
All right. Is that a tease?
Should I do it, yes or no?
I think you live.
I'd say do it. Why not?
Live and let live. Live and let live. Come on.
All right.
What does he mean to you?
He's too nice.
Defending him.
You got 600 radio stations. What do you care about alcohol?
Actually, 623, but
sorry.
Okay. All right. Our villain of the day. Which member of the Obama administration still has not accepted the fact?
This year, WrestleMania week hits even harder as SiriusXM's Busted Open celebrates its 10th anniversary with a special live broadcast Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Dave LaGreca and his co-host WWE Hall of Famers Bully Ray and Mark Henry will be joined by special guests, including actor and former WCW champion David Arquette and WWE Hall of Famers Eric Bischoff and Jim Ross. Plus, catch Busted Open's complete Mania coverage at 9 a.m. Eastern all week on SiriusXM Fight Nation.
Think about all of your favorite photos. It could be a vacation shot or a family picture or a picture of the family pet. Why let those photos just sit around and gather digital dust? CanvasWorld.com can turn them into a museum-quality custom canvas at the size of your choice. They use a state-of-the-art, environmentally friendly process to produce canvas prints that are higher quality than ever available before. Their prices are great, and their work is guaranteed for life. CanvasWorld.com makes it easy. Just upload your photo, choose a size, and you're done. They'll even retouch your photo absolutely free. Place your order at CanvasWorld.com today and save 35%, plus get free shipping when you enter promo code RADIO at checkout. Perfect for your home or office and a great gift. Get big canvas prints at big savings at CanvasWorld.com. Save 35% and get free shipping when you enter promo code RADIO at checkout. CanvasWorld.com, where photos become art.
We got our W-2s from work, and it was kind of shocking.
It was like, how can we make this much and still have debt?
Right? Not to mention zero savings.
Anyway, it's a new year, so we decided to get our financial house in order.
Yep. And so we met with a financial advisor who dug into our expenses, and he found two things that were killing us. The first was unplanned expenses.
Broken water heater, leaky roof.
And high-interest credit cards we used to pay for them.
Yeah. He graphed out how getting a favorable fixed-rate personal loan could let us pay off our high-interest bills and start banking what we save.
He pointed us to bestegg.com, And he was right.
Yep.
Consumer Affairs gave Best Egg 5 stars for their super easy online loan app. It literally took us about a minute to apply with no impact to our credit score.
Yeah.
When it's time to get your bills under control and your finances back on track, visit bestegg.com/news. Upon approval, funds can be deposited in as little as 1 business day. bestegg.com/news. bestegg.com/news.
Texting enrolls for recurring automated marketing text messages. Message and data rates may apply. Texting privacy rules and terms and conditions at textrules.us.
Has dinner got you down? Sick of awful frozen meals or unhealthy fast food? Don't despair, because Martha Stewart is doing a free taste test, giving away 3 full-size meals from her new meal kit delivery service, Martha and Marley Spoon. All fresh ingredients with Martha's delicious and easy recipes. You're eating in just 30 minutes. To be part of Martha's at-home taste test and get 3 free meals, be one of the first 100 people to text the word BITE to 246810. It's so easy. Text us now. Martha and Marley Spoon meals are easy, simple, and delicious. And right now, Martha wants you to enjoy 3 of her best 30-minute meals for free, so you can save time and enjoy eating dinner again. To be part of Martha's at-home taste test and get your 3 free meals, be one of the first 100 people to text BITE to 246810. That's BITE to 246810. BITE to 246810.
The #1 name in news starts earlier. It's Fox and Friends First, 5 a.m. East, 2 a.m. West. Weekdays on the Fox News Channel. Most watched, most trusted. SiriusXM 114.
The biggest names in sports.
There's a lot of adversity in baseball, but there's a lot of adversity in life.
Share their stories.
It was just my immaturity. It's one of my flaws.
And bring you into the game on Ed Henry's Front Row Seat, premiering April 4th, only on Fox Nation.
Villain of the day, former Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett. She still seems stuck in 2016. In her new book, she writes, "Since the night Donald Trump became president of the U.S., I've been going through the 5 stages of grief. I still haven't embraced acceptance. 2 years. Grow up. Get over it. 2 other words. No collusion. We'll never be the destroy Trump, hate Trump media mob. Laura Ingram's here. Let not your heart be troubled."
The destroy Trump, not hate Trump. Okay.
I'll never be.
Oh, hold on. I got to double that. Never be.
Hate rage, destroy
Melania,
Trump media mob.
Okay, got it. I love your. We have to do one whole segment where it's just a long series of adjectives, because that could be a good drinking game, Hannity. Not that you don't drink anymore, I know, but
no, I do. Probably more than you. Is your flu better?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm feeling a little better, so I really appreciate that. Thank you. You had a fantastic show tonight, by the way.
You have a great show too. Keep going.
All right, you take care. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle from a very busy Washington tonight. Do you remember those 3 Virginia Democrats, all embroiled in scandals? Well, it's interesting how the media just stopped caring about it all, and all of them remain in office. Tonight, we have an update you will not want to miss. Also tonight, a 2020 Democrat candidate says illegal border crossings aren't a threat to American national security. Shouldn't even be a crime any longer. We're going to speak to a former Latino gang member and a convicted murderer with a message for the open border Dems. Plus, here's something you will not see anywhere else. Why are rare and easily preventable diseases making it